Wow. Look at that.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another WD detailing video. I'm RJ and we're back with Russ, who, if you saw our last video, owns that Fox Body Mustang that we cleaned up for him, and we must have done a decent enough job for him to invite us back out to do his 1965 Buick Riviera. And I think this is a pretty special car for you. And why is that?
So I bought it right when I got back from Iraq, and I bought it in Southern California. Then my father ended up driving it home for me, and I took it down to Bike Week. I've had this car all over the country. I've had it for a very long time. It's been all over, and it's near to my heart. My parents got married in one just like it, so I had to have one like it, and it's a pretty nice ride. It's still pretty solid, even though it's been sitting for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I think you mentioned that it had been sitting in the barn basically since you built the barn 5 years ago.
So it's been in my barn for 5.5 years, but in my last barn it sat for probably 10 or 12. I lost oil pressure going to Bike Week one time, and I ended up having to tow it back from Virginia, and it just sat for a couple decades. And then I put the rod bearings and mains in it and stuff to straighten it out, and then it just got stuffed in a corner like life does to you. And now I had to drag it out of my shop because my kid was working on his car, so it's been outside for a month or two. But the interior's pretty nasty. It's all molded up.
But the interior's, I mean, we looked at it, it's practically mint in there, aside from, like I said, that mildew and mold that's grown and the smell that, that's created. But nothing we can't fix, which is exactly why we're excited to drag it out of here and take it to the shop and make it look brand new. This is going to be the Sunday cruiser all week, or all summer long for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
I got a little bit of brake work to do, and it's ready to go. If you guys straighten the interior out, I can't sit in it now. It stinks.
Well, a good thing we're towing it back and not driving it back, because otherwise
right.
we'd
probably have to have a mask or something.
I was going to say, I didn't bring my respirator, so without further ado, let's get out of here and put it on the trailer.
Right. Thank you.
Thanks, Russ.
So while we were filling up the tires, Russ mentioned he wanted to show us something pretty cool with the headlights, and I'll let you guys see it for yourself. I'm good. That's so cool.
Wow. Can you do it again? Dude, that is so cool.
Electric motor. Wow.
So yeah, we thought that was really cool, but even cooler, while we were loading up the car, Russ mentioned he had one more thing in his barn, and lo and behold, he has a Camaro race car. This is a 1967 Camaro SS. And if you guys want us to do a video on this, you're going to have to like this video, subscribe to our channel if you have not already, and leave a comment down below saying you want to see us detail that car, because that thing is the ultimate barn find in my book. Anyways, taking a look over the car, as you can see, there's quite a bit of dirt and dust just from it sitting for so long. And unfortunately, some of the leaves from when he left it outside actually etched into the paint, which we took care of a little bit later, but we couldn't get all of the markings out. And then moving on to the interior, it was just covered in mold, and that was Russ's main concern when it came to this car. He wants to be able to drive it again, and as soon as he saw it growing mold, he even told me he got really emotional because this is his baby, and when you see mold inside your car, like, what are you supposed to do? So that's what we had to take care of today. And hopping right into the detail, the first thing we did for that was put the Ozone Machine in the car while we worked on the outside so it could start killing all that bacteria and that mold. So when we started pressure washing, we noticed a lot of this grime was really stuck to the paint and it was not coming off. So we tried to use a degreaser as well and nothing was getting it to budge. So we went ahead and just moved forward with the washing process because we knew it would either come off during that or the clay barring. And it did eventually come off, and it's really satisfying watching the paint go from disgustingly dirty to looking really nice. So before even washing it, I noticed that the grill was really dirty, and if you watch the soap coming out of each and every one of those rectangles, you can see how brown and dirty it's turning. Now I can't lie, this right here is probably one of the most satisfying parts of detailing for me, watching all this iron be removed by the iron fallout remover as it turns purple and it just runs down the paint. I think it's so cool to see. And with the car all dried off, it was time to start working on the actual paint. And the first thing RJ did was take some sandpaper and sand down any of the spots where the leaves left etchings. And this paint only had about 50 microns of paint on it, so there was very little to work with and a small margin for error. So he actually didn't go too ham on this, because the last thing you want to do when working on a customer's car is go through the paint. So he did the best that he could with what's on the car, but he didn't want to take too many risks and possibly damage the paint. Moving on to the interior, we actually couldn't get the seats out like we wanted to, but we were still able to give it a really good clean, and we started with a good vacuum, and then we began to exterminate that mold one piece of car at a time. And don't forget, if you guys want to see us do that black race car Camaro, leave a comment down below and make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss that video if we do post it.
All right, guys, so we're back with the owner, Russ, of the 1965 Buick Riviera. And before we even get into the reveal, I gotta say, man, driving my van around with that thing on the back, I don't think I've ever felt like as bad as a ever in my life. So many people are turning their heads, and it's cool because, you know, I think they expect to see someone older driving the truck that's towing it, and they're always surprised to see, you know, a young 20-year-old with a car like that in the back, and you get respect from the old heads, which is really cool, especially you know, in today's day and age, where if it's not a Lamborghini or Ferrari, you know, it seems like the youth doesn't care.
That's right. They called it closest to a factory custom that Detroit ever made.
Wow. I mean, that's the heyday of Detroit.
Yeah,
Detroit
absolutely.
was the epicenter of the automaker industry. So without further ado, let's go check it out.
Yeah, please. I'm excited.
All right, cool. Perfect day to bring it back. We were going to bring it back last night, but it rained, so.
Yeah. Wow. Look at that. It's mine.
So with the wheels, with all the pitting, we
Yeah.
actually went ahead and tried our best with some quad zero steel wool and metal polish to loosen up and remove as much of that pitting and rust as possible. So
Yeah, I understand it wasn't going to come perfect, but they're shiny. It's beautiful.
yeah.
Yep. Oh, wow. You guys got to check this out. It's brand new in there. Wow. It smells beautiful. It looks like 1965 just happened. Wow. Thank you guys. This is amazing. I'm going to go look at the other side.
Yeah,
the front.
yeah, of course.
Look at the front bumper. Wow.
It really is a beautiful car.
Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's beautiful. Thank you so much. And it's not you guys that aren't perfect. It's the car. It's a 65, you know, it gets driven.
Right, of course. But
Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
For a 65, and for your sake, it's perfect. you
Yes,
know?
absolutely.
And for our video's sake, it was perfect.
Thank you so much.
It was an absolute pleasure.
It's amazing. You guys got to check these guys out or bring your stuff, I'm telling you.
So now that we just dropped this off, we're actually going to be picking up that Camaro that we teased in the intro of this video. So that'll be the car for next week. So if you guys enjoyed watching this, I'm sure you guys will enjoy watching the Camaro. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss a notification when we post the Camaro video, hit the like button, well, to help out this video, and then subscribe to catch that next video, and we'll catch you next time.